Hello everybody. I hope y'all are doing great. I thought I would give you a change of scenery and do a night shot at the lake. I absolutely love this lake. Well, update on everything. Job stuff is all going great. I have 7 days of work left. Car was going great. Not so much now. Last week, it decided to give me a really hard time. So the other day, I get to work, and one of my friends walks by my car when I'm pulling in and says, "Do you realize you have a headlight out?" Aw, man, really? Okay, so I thought, all right, not too big of a deal, although it is a little costly because it's just not easy to change, but it's all right. So I was like, okay, no problem, I'll get it fixed. So had a pretty good day at work, left work, stopped to get gas, got out, got gas, got back in my car. Guess what? Put the key in, click. Yes, it's doing the same thing it was before I had it fixed. So, back to the shop it goes. Had to call my mechanic. He came down. Somehow he disconnected. He said, "Let me try something." So he disconnected the battery cables, let it set for about 10 minutes, put the cables back on, and it cranked right up. Well, I really wasn't feeling comfortable driving it, so he gave me his car and he took my car back to the shop. So when I talked to him yesterday, he thinks that it is some kind of electrical problem from the fuse box to the starter. So, yes, once again, we'll see how this goes. I love my car. I really wish it would stop giving me such an absolute fit. So, just a little side note, kind of funny. I took his car. I had called my sister-in-law because I thought he was going to bring his truck and trailer to get my car, so I need a ride home. So she's following me when we leave, and I get in his car. He has an Acura. Well, I've never driven an Acura, and it kind of has this really weird gear shift. So I get in, I put it in drive, I drive off. It doesn't want to go. It gets up to like 40 miles an hour, and then the RPMs rev up to like 6 grand, and I'm like, okay, this isn't good. So I pull over. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. So I pull over. I think, okay, I'll try it again. Try it again. Nope, guess what? Same thing happens. Pull over, go out, try it again. Same thing happens. So I'm like, okay, I'm done. So I call him, and he says, okay, it was running fine when I left. So he said it was fine all the way there. So he says, I'm turning around. I'll come check it out. So he turns around, goes to check it out, gets in the car, drives off, no problem. Goes down, turns around, makes another U-turn, no problem. So go figure, right? So I get in the car, and he notices that there's a 1 next to the gears that are lit up on the dash. Okay, so I had it in manual drive and didn't realize it had a manual drive, so that was the problem. Once we figured that out, I was on my way. I guess I needed a lesson in driving the car. So then, not really car related, but just another little funny thing. My sister-in-law and I are like really hungry when I leave. So she's behind me. We're figuring out where we're trying to go. We decide on Steak and Shake. So we're like, okay, meet you at Steak and Shake. So we get to Steak and Shake, and honestly, I can't really go there without having some kind of milkshake. I always get a small one, but gotta have one. Vanilla, I'm kind of playing that way. So we order patty melts and onion rings. I get up, I come back, our food's on the table, patty melts and french fries. Really? She looks at me and says, don't worry, they're bringing our onion rings. I'm like, okay, cool. So they bring the onion rings, and then she brings my shake. I take a drink of my shake. Oh my gosh, it was the most horrible shake I've ever tasted in my entire life. I don't know what happened. So I tell the waitress, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's awful. She says, does it taste like metal? I'm like, now that you mention it, yeah, it kind of does taste like metal. So somehow she said they had put it in the mixer too long, and I don't know. So she says, I'll make it myself. So she takes it, she goes, she brings me another one. She walks off, I taste it, guess what? Still tastes horrible. And my sister-in-law is thinking that I'm just being picky because honestly, kind of at restaurants, I am a little picky. So she just thought I was having a moment. But she tasted it. And she's like, immediately says, oh, ice cream has freezer burn. That's why it tastes so bad. I'm like, oh, okay. So we told the waitress told the manager. They changed it out, made me another one. All was good. So my night turned out okay because I did at least get my wonderful milkshake. So yes, that was my crazy day last week. But all is good. I am extremely happy, very excited. And I will be more excited when I find out what's wrong with my car again, and hopefully they get it fixed quickly. So, alright guys. Y'all have a great night or evening or afternoon. And I will talk to you soon. Aloha.